The video we made with Colt Cohen has been our biggest yet. And it wouldn't have been as good if it weren't for our friend Eric. He's been in the YouTube trenches since he was 12.
MKBHD is Spider-Man.
And now he's leading strategy at MKBHD's studio channel. A few days before posting our video with Colt, we invited Eric to watch and roast us. This is what he had to say. There's a lot writing on this video. Would love to know if it sucks or not before we put it out. So that's why you're here.
I just want to go over the edit and more specifically just figure out the story. And then I think I also just want to go over packaging and specifically how we can think about titles for this one, because there's 3 or 4 different niches that I think we could go after that all have a lot of meat. And then I also want to just work on expectations. It's a brand new channel, so it's really hard to tell how a video will perform, but there's some general numbers that we could set as this is a goal for a really successful video with Colt. Understanding what that number looks like will help you understand how good the video is.
Let's start.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be, having a little bit of a productive day in the life. Look. Did you see that? Bardi, Romel, what are you guys doing? Come on in. Hey, what you doing? There you go. Welcome.
Oh, that's so cute.
Having us?
I don't know how you.
Was that his idea?
No, it was my idea.
That's adorable. Yeah. Okay, so first things first. I think I love opening videos on uncut takes. But when you're a brand new channel, you want to establish that this is professionally done. You don't want people thinking, oh, they didn't cut because they're lazy. You want people thinking they didn't cut because they're super intentional. I think a little bit of a music cue, something subtle. It doesn't have to be crazy, but if you just had a little bit of accordion in the background, just a dude, that could cook. A really slow zoom in helps with one takes so much in intros. You do zoom in and then maybe you push the keyframe so that the majority of the motion happens in the first 3 seconds, just that just creates tension. It creates intentionality. Has this been color graded yet? No color. I'd also just say if you can figure out a punchy stylistic color palette for you guys that says we care and we're ballsy and we're creative. Those are all really, really great fast ways to establish the fact that you guys are unique and special. Yeah, and now we can get into music that's happier, it brightens up. Music should be building now.
Thank you for having us.
And then this should feel like catharsis. In the first 30 seconds, we have the setup, we create stakes, we create mystery, we reveal the mystery, and then we create a feeling of we're here, we've arrived. Yeah, totally. He says Bardi and Ramel, and it sounds like your name is Bardi and Ramel.
Well, don't 2 people come out of the trash can?
Yeah, you should label each of you as Bardi and Ramel when you come out. Cool. Because people don't know who you are, and we need to build that relationship. Because you don't want people commenting the kind of British guy asked a good question. You want them saying, Bardi asked a good question.
You found my secret entrance. I gotta have a talk with this guy over here. He's letting too many people in.
Me and Oscar go way back, so...
Okay.
He hooked it up.
Cute. Opening on where it happens in the first 30 seconds. Again, it just says intentional. This is a series. There's something here. We want to give the audience the feeling that they're a part of something. Fun.
Cool. Now that we're here, talk me through a morning in the life of Colt Cohen.
So a typical morning here at the Content Closet is I'm the last person to get up.
That's
I live
adorable.
in kind of a fishbowl and the lack of privacy.
This is awesome. This is actually so sick. I want this to happen in the first 30 seconds. The intro's just a little too slow, and because we don't have the clout, we can't afford to lose people.
Basically.
Yeah, that's going to be the note a lot.
That's the big note.
That's the note a lot.
Get there fucking quicker.
That's the note a lot. But this is just fun, and you're cutting so much that it just creates this natural tension, and it tells a story, which is so fun.
Being a creator is very free, which is a good thing and a bad thing.
Okay, so because you're referencing a viral video here, you need to get this video up in the next week.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Yeah, we should probably text Colt.
I thought that I would have to be meaner, but so far this is really good.
He watched the first one and was like, oh yeah, they're cooked.
I find that educationally dense stuff kills for retention. People want to have takeaways that are specifically very actionable in their own real lives. And because this is a studio tour, this is really adjacent to what we do on the studio channel. When you actually name a product that you like, that another person could look at, and you show it on screen and you put the name of it, people love that. Because it feels like they're getting access to real information.
Boom. Get one of you too. Say cheese. Over here, we kind of have
Nice.
like a wall of all the characters.
So we're starting to hit our first trough here. The first third of a video is the part of the video where the audience goes, okay, I think I know what like I'm getting here. And then they start to guess what the rest of the video is. I find that the simplest way to solve that is forward guidance for what you're gonna see later in the video. I really like having graphics that say what we're on now and then allude to what we're gonna be on later.
Cool.
Another thing that you could do that I think would be really cute but might take a lot of time is a little graphic in the bottom right that's like a top down of the floor plan of everything you're gonna look at.
Do you have a running Apple note of just ideas that you think would be cool one day?
Whenever an idea pops into my head,
Let's show an Apple note. Now is the place where we want to like have an asset every 6 seconds per pacing.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I love that
One of the famous
contextualization.
commercial from the early 2000s where the can rolled home, but I wanted to do it as practical as possible. Imagine the can just like moves by itself. The brain of this is a sphero, and as you see, it kind of like, it keeps its orientation.
That's
insane.
so good.
It was like
That's
2 months
insane. That's so cute. Make this whole section a little faster.
Okay.
They're just kind of like the miscellaneous
cute.
shelf.
Miscellaneous, other, random. Those are like really great retention killer words. We always want attention. So I think we cut straight to like Colt just putting on the helmet.
Okay, cool.
And fixate your camera on here and kind of have hands-free POV stuff. Yeah, well, boom, pop it on your keys if you don't.
Wait, how long have we had this wide shot?
The whole time.
We need to be cutting back and forth to it.
Okay, cool.
Because I need an understanding of how small the space is. You're going to have a very, very small fraction of people who don't know who Colt Kierwin is, or who've seen like 3 videos of his. His space is exceptional regardless of whether or not you know who he is.
Yep.
We need that context very soon, and I think we need it regularly.
I have a bunch of these plates on the bottom of my camera.
Gear nerds tend to overestimate how much of the rest of the world is gear nerds.
I mean, I think
But that's a part, yeah, that's a part of who he is, right? This is where the creative question of the century lies. Do you service the story, or do you try and service an audience who isn't fully sold on your story?
one thing we are really trying to do with the Studio Tour series is to enter these creative worlds and these workshops and these spaces.
Yeah.
This is the stuff he's excited about. I think it's our job to figure out how to tell that in an exciting way.
Yeah, that's super, super fair.
Tape. So this is just like a big roll of gaff tape. Tape comes in.
Yeah, so if you're asking questions and now you're cutting you asking the questions, I would probably say keep a few beats where you're asking the question because, again, we need to like you. If you create a series where the only reason someone clicks is for the celebrity,
Yeah, totally.
you're not going to have stable view performance and you're not going to have a community.
I really want something called a Mambo stand, which is basically this like huge
stuff.
50-pound light stand that telescopes up to 24 feet.
Bruh.
I feel like it'd just be like so cool.
You are 1/3 of the content closet, so I'd love to move over to the rest of the space
Yep.
and see where Tejas and Shove in.
The only thing is like this is not like the widest lens in the world, so I'm gonna need.
You can have 1635.
That's so, love that you kept that. Absolutely love that you kept that. That's so good.
I'm
Hey.
British, so like that was not my first try. Not a sport that
That's really cute.
This is the first time I'm actually seeing this, so I didn't realize he put this in.
Yeah, take credit for this. Don't put editor note. Okay, so my main pieces of feedback, right? One, people watch YouTube for people. Still, you guys have your heads low. You're like a little nervous. You either need to commit to like fully faceless or build yourselves as personalities. Never Too Small is just like this beautiful, beautiful architecture thing where the person who designs the space explains their space. They clearly have these super talented producers, but like they always take a step back and they focus on the space. But then you have like Sean Evans on Hot Ones, who's a celebrity in his own right. And you guys are still growing into it, but like you're charismatic, cool, good people, as this video has evidenced. The 14 people who finished this video and made it this far, I think you're fucking awesome.
Hopefully 15.
Yeah. 2, pace. I love the fact that you opened on something interesting and topical, that's stylistic. Perfect. Perfect. Get to it sooner. For context. People, pace, for context.
3 Ps.
We have to remember, right? Most of the audience is going to come here because they're Colt Kierwin super fans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're just so stupid.
You want to see my YouTube studio right now?
No, keep going.
You want to see my YouTube studio right now?
It's way better than mine.
You want to see my resume?
You gonna flex on me?
I could flex a little. We just have to remember, right? The audience who's going to watch this is going to be Colt Kierwin superfans. The last interview that Colt did outside of his channel did 20,000 views, which when you think about his baseline views on his channel, which is like anywhere from 80 to 100,000, that's insane. You're probably looking at an easy 5,000 views, and if you optimize, maybe even 7, 8, 9. The key here is going to be figuring out if this video shows up in somebody's feed who's not a fan of Colt Kierwin, how do you get them to want to stick around? Put titles.
Is that a joke?
I think it's cute.
No, it is good, but
it's so funny.
no.
Well, let's just write down a few different title
Sure.
ideas.
What I currently had was how Colt Cohen creates a cinematic universe from his tiny New York bedroom.
At 70 characters, that's when YouTube starts to cut off. On mobile, it's something like 55 characters. When we write that out,
No bueno.
I got into college. Okay, the only value prop here is I know who Colt Kierwin is. But let's think about the space a little bit, right? There's been this huge trend of childhood bedroom makeover. And there's obviously like a huge market for tiny spaces. When you look at Colt's tour of his space, the title is all about how it's this really, really small space. Maybe the basic version of this is like inside Colt Kierwin's tiny childhood dream NYC studio.
Thumbnail?
Show the stakes, right? You need to show how small the space is.
Yep.
Whenever you're thinking about packaging titles and thumbnails, the best way to do it is to start a brand new YouTube account, watch the most popular video from an account that you think your audience or your target audience is going to watch, and then see what YouTube feeds them.
Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for taking your evening to basically roast our channel. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so.
Yeah, if you want me to eviscerate Bardi's sense of self-worth, please leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to come back.
That's episode 2.